Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And before I get started, some of you said I didn't sound very enthusiastic in yesterday's videos. I made those videos with a massive migraine headache, so hopefully today I sound more enthusiastic. We're looking at XRP on the one-day chart, sitting here just above 51 cents. You know, right now XRP is down in price. It's way undervalued compared to where it's going. We all know that. But anytime this market is down, people only point to the price of XRP for some reason. And we're following Bitcoin right now. The charts look very similar. And, you know, that's what I don't understand, is that people only see XRP dropping in price when it happens. They don't see ADA dropping. They don't see XLM dropping. They don't see XDC dropping or any of these other ISO cryptocurrencies, just XRP. But you know what's going to happen at some point? XRP is going to do what XRP does. It's going to break away from the rest of the market and it's going to go on a parabolic run. It's just a matter of time. Boom, Palau has been successfully testing CBDCs on the XRP ledger. Palau is ready for the new financial system, CBDC to XRP to CBDC. And we're going to get more announcements like this all throughout this year as more countries go live with CBDCs. And I've been watching the live tracking map for CBDCs, and that map at one point it was like it was stalled out. Nothing was really happening. Now it's starting to change much faster now. Countries are entering the pilot phase. Other countries are ready to launch their CBDCs as well. And that's why I said this year is going to be very big. And this could be the year that we actually start to see XRP being utilized. Once utility kicks in, that's it. The price is going to change very fast. Ripple XRP CBDC update. Ripple is collaborating with the world's largest central banks, and XRP is set to be the bridge for CBDCs. Brace yourself. Once the action starts, XRP's price could soar well beyond expectations. And you know, a lot of people are downplaying what XRP is built for. They're always saying, well, no banks are utilizing XRP. But we know they're partnered up with Ripple, and they're utilizing RippleNet technology. And even if they're not utilizing XRP yet, they are definitely going to utilize XRP later. And you also got to think about custody as well. And these banks are going to be holding XRP in reserves at all times. That's a lot of XRP that's going to move off of the market. When we look at it as a retail investor perspective, all of a sudden you go to buy XRP and it's sitting at much higher prices because there's going to be a major demand for this cryptocurrency. It's just that we're not quite there yet. That time is still coming. The trillion-dollar question is whether if the U.S., the world's largest securities market, will follow in the footsteps of the Asia-Pacific markets, forecasted to be $11.3 trillion worth of tokenized financial assets by 2030. Now, whenever they say by 2030, I think you could shed some time off of that. Because I remember it was not so long ago, 2022, nobody talked about tokenization. 2023, everybody was talking about tokenization. Financial institutions were talking about tokenization. 2024, once they start tokenizing things at a much bigger level, there's no stopping that train. It's going to continue to push on year over year. And tokenization is going to pick up so fast. And all of a sudden, you're going to see a lot of cryptocurrencies popping off because of that. Because a lot of value is going to be sitting on these networks. The largest bank in Australia, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, has relaunched its online foreign exchange cash services using Ripple partner, TravelX, to provide access to 30-plus countries. TravelX has relaunched its online foreign exchange. CBDA's extensive network, boasting over 11 million retail customers, will have access to a diverse selection of over 30 currencies through TravelX's revamped online platform. Research by TravelX has highlighted the demand for cash, revealing that 52% of Australian travelers still prefer cash as their primary overseas payment method. You know what's nice about this? XRP works with fiat. It works with cash. It goes in as cash, comes out on the other end as a different currency. And this could also utilize XRP as well. I want to see where we go from here with TravelX, because I think they are starting to realize that a lot of people don't want to use digital money, especially when traveling. Cash is always the best money to use when you travel. Because think about it. Okay, you have digital money. Sure, it's great to use your debit card when you're traveling. But if you have cash, all of a sudden it opens up more doors for you in case something happens. Like your debit card gets compromised, your credit cards get compromised. If you have good old cash in your pocket, you can still feed yourself. You could still pay for things that you might need. Ripple CTO compares XRP ledger to Google. Take a listen to this. This comes from David Schwarz. I strongly believe that the XRP ledger is the best option for cross-currency payments and liquidity provision. It was developed specifically for this purpose, and everything has been optimized for this particular use case. Therefore, if it fails to deliver in this area, it would be like Google failing in search. There's no way that the XRP ledger is gonna fail, because I'm sure this is what they were focused on for such a long period of time, a decade. And you know, people always say this, they're going to come up with a different solution. What do you think, they're going to roll out an alternative to the XRP ledger and XRP in a matter of months? Absolutely not. Think about any time anything ever got fast-tracked, it always ended up failing. And we've seen that time and time again with crypto over time as well. All of a sudden, you get a big announcement around this new alternative to XRP. Then it slowly disappears. And I've watched that happen over the course of the last 5 years at least 10 to 15 times. Every time you turned around, there was a new XRP killer. But guess who's still here? XRP. And there's no alternative to it. What are the risks of losing your XRP when providing liquidity in AMM, Automated Market Maker? Now, we know this can give you passive income, and I talked about this a couple times in other videos. But here's the pros. By this weird metric, it should be impossible to lose value. You can turn volatility into yield. You can get some yield by providing people who are willing to pay a spread to trade. You don't lose as much if the value of one of the underlying assets drops, because you sell all the way down and so hold less of the dropping asset at the bottom. Cons: if the price of an asset goes up, you don't make as much as you would if you held the underlying assets, because you sell all the way up. No particular yield is guaranteed. You can lose money if the price goes down, and while you make it back, if the price then goes back up, there's no guarantee that will happen. You have exposure to at least two assets, and even if one is stable asset like USD, there's counterparty risk. It's always possible some bug in the AMM implementation or XRP ledger issue causes something unexpected. And there's your pros and cons, right? Well, Panos pointed out that there's not as much risk that you want to believe is there. And I was on the fence about this AMM, and I still kind of am, because I don't want to lose any of my XRP. He says, David just honestly explained all risk and potential issues that the AMM could face. That doesn't mean it will happen. When you deal with software, the risk is never zero. There could always be bugs and issues. Basically, everything you do in life involves risk. Even when you bought XRP, it involved risk, but you were willing to take that risk so you could get to financial freedom later. It's the same thing with AMM. You take the risk hoping to get rewards. And he says, from what we have seen on the AMM, the devs team that built it, the feedback and testing for over a year, the audits, the chances of something bad happening and risk are small in my opinion. And because we're talking about the XRP ledger, which also doesn't have smart contract risk, the risks are even lower. And I see other people utilizing AMM on other networks and saying that they never had problems. And people don't really complain that they're losing anything. In fact, most people are cheering on the AMM, saying they're making a lot of money with it. So I'm going to leave that one up to you, but I wanted to explain it a little bit more because I don't think there's a whole lot of risk here. But I think you could definitely get some rewards and passive income over time. But we'll explore it even more. And I'm sure there's going to be new versions of this as well along the way. The XRP ledger is close to launching its EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, compatible sidechain. This project will allow for Ethereum developers to access and build on the XRP ledger. You know, when that happens, I think we are going to see a lot of projects on board to the XRP ledger because Ethereum is just so expensive. We see projects go into Hedera. We see other projects go into the XDC network. Some end up on the Algorand network because people get fed up over time with the fees. And there's no way that those fees are ever going to end. They always try to say, well, we're going to make changes so it's cheaper. But it's still never going to be cheaper than the XRP ledger. And most of the people that are still using Ethereum, they made money on Ethereum in the past. It's kind of like the Bitcoin maxis. You also have Ethereum maxis. No one cares about Ripple's clawback clause. People only care about the price. You're worried about more centralization. CBDC is getting us closer to enslaving humanity and our freedom, and you're worried about centralization. Give me a break. And that clawback feature looks like it's now about to get passed. The clawback on the XRP ledger reached an 82+% consensus. I smell utility coming for XRP. And I'm not a fan of CBDCs in any way. Honestly, I hope the US never gets a CBDC. We're going to see what happens, though, in places like Europe, where they're fast-tracking the digital euro before it ever happens here in the US and other countries as well. But we are all going to find out in the very near future exactly how much value is going to come from XRP being utilized in between two CBDCs. This could be the year that happens as well, as what I'm saying. 2024 is going to be huge, and all you have to do is continue holding through the dips. You know, there was somebody that just said the other day, XRP could pull all the way down to around 20 cents if Bitcoin starts really pulling down as well. And that could be the last major shakeout event because people will definitely sell if that happens. They will say, well, that's it. It's been a good run. I'm cashing out what I can and I'm leaving this space. But soon after that, we will see XRP take off like never before. It's happened multiple times in the past. People who don't make it through the shakeouts, that's the worst because all you get left with then is regret. Just stay patient for a little while longer. You will get there. I will help you get there. I will continue to make positive videos for you every single day so I can get you to the finish line. I want to share that with you. That's the one thing I look forward to. All the excitement that's going to come when this cryptocurrency finally takes off. That is going to be one of the greatest times you will ever experience. All you got to do is make it there. Stay patient, stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.